Hello, everybody. Welcome to Yoga for Self-Love with Kim. I'm Kim. This will be a short, slow flow Vinyasa practice. You may want a couple blocks, so feel free to grab those and find your way into a comfortable seat. Feel free to sit up on something if you like as we get started here. Elevate the hips and find a nice upright alignment through your spine. Any comfortable seat will do. If it feels okay for you, you can close your eyes. Or if you prefer, just find a soft and steady gaze. Take a moment to arrive, to release the rest of your day, let go of where you are coming from, and no worries about where you're going next. Just take this next few moments for yourself, for your yoga practice, and let go of everything else. I invite you to bring in the intention to be gentle, kind, patient, loving, and compassionate with yourself as you move through the practice. And if you like, to bring that intention off of the mat and out into the world with you. Begin to check in with your body, your breath, your emotional tone, your energy level, letting go of judgment. Just being curious about what is happening for you. Take a deep breath in through your nose and sigh it out of your mouth. Make an audible sigh. Another deep clearing breath like that in through your nose and sigh it out of your mouth. And then one more time to clear everything out. In through the nose, sigh it out through the mouth. And now let's take the left leg wide. So you can open eyes now. Begin to start moving. Left leg moves wide. And take that right foot to the inner left thigh. Sit up nice and tall. You can take fingers behind you. Press down into your finger pads. Find some length up through the spine. Side body nice and long. Crown of the head reaching up. Then we'll take that left hand, slide it inside that left leg, all the way down towards the foot. And as you do, a little side bend over towards that left leg. Maybe the right arm reaches up over the head. And then we'll take the right arm back down to the right side of the mat, come back up through center, and then little side bend over to the right. Left arm sweeps up and over the ear. And a few times, just flowing yourself side to side, folding over towards that left leg. Right arm comes up over the ear and then back over to the right. Right hand comes down, you fold over to the right, and left arm sweeps up and over the ear. Couple more. Find your flow. And then bring yourself back up. We'll switch sides now. Extend the right leg out to the right side. Bend that left knee. Tuck the sole of the left foot in towards that right inner thigh. We'll take that right hand, slide it down the inner right leg towards the foot. And then as you do, fold yourself over towards the right. Left arm sweeps up over the ear. And then bring yourself back up through center. Left hand plants down onto the mat. And then you side bend it over towards the left. A few more times on this side as you take it side to side, following your rhythm. And then bring yourself back up. And we'll take soles of the feet together, knees wide, Baddha Konasana, hands to ankles or shins. Press feet together. Draw the belly in and up, low back in and up. Sit up nice and tall, crown of the head reaching up. And you can stay here or begin to hinge from the hips and fold yourself forward, keeping the back nice and long. And reaching heart towards the toes. And then back up you come, and now we'll pick up that left knee, drop that left leg over on top of the right, take the top of that left foot to rest in the sole of the right foot, hands around behind you, lift your heart up towards the right, gaze up towards the right, and then bring yourself to center, flip the legs over, so same thing but other side. Now the top of that right foot will rest in the left inner arch, fingers around behind you, lift your heart and your gaze up towards the ceiling. And then bring yourself back to center. If you're sitting on anything, you can remove it, push it off to the side, find your way into child's pose. Your version, knees wide or knees together, big toes coming towards each other behind you. Settle your bum back towards your heels. Release forehead down to the mat. Take a few nice deep breaths here. If you like, you can wiggle hips side to side. Come up onto the finger pads, or if you prefer, you could bring arms alongside the feet and shins for a relaxed child, and take a few nice deep breaths here, filling up the whole torso, the back body, back of the lungs with your breath. And then we'll take hands forward, bring yourself up into a table position. Tuck toes under, press down into finger pads, lift your knees up off of the mat a few inches, press the floor away with the hands. Lower the knees down, soften the belly, and then we'll bring it into cow pose, tail lifts, heart lifts. And then bring yourself to neutral spine again, press down into the fingers, down into the toes and the balls of the feet, lift the knees up again. Few breaths here. Drop the knees down. Let's find cow again. Tail lifts, heart lifts. Bring it back to neutral spine. Then one more time. Press into the hands, press into the feet, lift the knees up. Lower knees down. Find that cow. Soften the belly, lift the tail, lift the heart. And then come back into our table. You can untuck toes. Send that right leg back behind you. Hip level-ish. Hold here or reach forward, left arm. And then release that left hand down to the mat. We'll kick the left foot over towards the left side of the mat and begin to roll the pelvis open, so you stack that right hip up on top of the left. Right toes pointing forward. Reach that right arm up. Coming into a half moon pose on hands and knees. You can hold it here or bend that right knee and pull that foot in towards your bum. And then release that leg back out, arm back up, and then take it back into center. You kick that left foot in and release right knee down to the mat. Take it to the other side. Send the left leg back. Hold here or reach that right arm forward. And then right hand comes down. We'll kick right foot over towards the side of the mat. Begin to roll the pelvis open. Left hip stacking on top of right. Left toes pointing forward. Arm reaches up. Holding here or bend that left knee. Draw that foot in behind your bum. Pull that foot in. Little quad stretch. You can kick the foot out into the hand, finding some opening through the back body. And then release that foot, arm reaches back up, and then hand comes back down to the mat. Kick that right foot back in. Other side, again, left foot kicks over to the left. Let's roll the pelvis open, lift up that right leg. Right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. And then you can bend the right knee again if you like. Pull the foot in or press it out into the hand behind you. Release that foot. Leg extends back out. Right arm reaches back up. Bring yourself back into center. and then other side. Send that left leg back, begin to roll that hip open. You kick that right foot out to the right side. Left arm reaches up, finding that half moon again, hands and knees. Bend that left knee if you like. Pull the foot in. Press it out into the hand. Release the foot. Come back through your your half moon on hands and knees. And then we'll take it back into our table pose. Tuck toes under. Press the hips up and back, gliding up and back into your downward dog, and find some movement here, pedaling out legs or bending, straightening knees, rocking side to side or back and forth. Roll up onto balls of feet and then press heels towards the mat. Again, rolling up, pressing the heels towards the mat. Once more, roll up, balls of feet, press heels towards the mat. Now bend your knees, crouch yourself down, tiger dog. Belly coming back towards thighs, and then glide hips up into your downward dog. Bend your knees, crouch it down, glide hips up again. Bend the knees, crouch down, glide your hips up, and then let's do it again. Bend the knees, crouch it down. This time when you send the hips up, send right leg up also, three-legged dog. We'll bend that right knee, draw it underneath the chest as you come forward, core plank, and then send that leg up and back. Release that foot down to the mat. Bend the knees, crouch it down. Let's send left leg up, three-legged dog. Bend that left knee, shift it forward, core plank. And then send that left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Release that foot down, bend the knees, crouch it down, send right leg up, three-legged dog. This time we'll take it forward. Take that right knee towards that right upper arm. Send the leg up and back. Then we'll bring it forward, bending right knee, draw it over towards the left arm. Send the leg up and back. Bend the knee again, take it forward, core plank, knee to chest. Send that leg up and back, release that foot down, crouch yourself down, left leg moves up, three-legged dog. Take it forward, left knee moves towards that outer left arm. Send the leg up and back. Left knee comes underneath the body over towards the right arm as you shift it forward. And then send that left leg up. One more time, bring it forward, core plank, knee to chest. Send that leg up and back and release. Crouch it down again, right leg up, three-legged dog. Bend that knee, bring it forward, core plank. Now hug that right knee over towards the left side of the mat. Extend that right leg out, hover the foot, and then lower pinky toe, side of the foot down to the mat. Press down into that right hand, right fingers. Begin to wiggle left toes down towards the other end of the mat. Reach that left arm up. Fallen triangle. Pressing the floor away, really strong down through that right hand, right arm. And then left hand comes back to the mat. Draw that right knee back in under the chest, and then we'll pivot. Come down onto that left foot. Turn the toes over towards the right side of the mat. Right into that left hand. Reach that right knee up, right arm up. Stay here, or we'll step that right foot back behind you. Pivot left toes down towards end of the mat. Right hand behind the head. Lift your heart up, coming into wild thing. And then we'll bring it back to center of the mat, back into that three-legged dog, right leg back up. Release that foot down to the mat. Crouch down, send left leg up. Bend that left knee, shift it forward, core plank. We'll hug left knee over towards right. Extend that left leg out to hover. And then release pinky toe side of the foot down to the mat. Pivot right toes towards bottom of the mat. Press into that left hand. Reach right arm up. Right hand comes back down to the mat. Pull that left knee back into the chest. We'll pivot again, turning that right foot over towards the left side of the mat. Pressing into right hand, right foot. Lift that left knee up, left arm up. Hold here. Or we'll step that left foot back behind you, maybe off the mat a little bit. Turn right toes down towards bottom of the mat. And lower the bum down a little bit here, and then lift yourself up. Pressing into that right hand. Really strong. Lifting up through the heart center. Left hand can come back behind the head. And then we'll take it back into our three-legged dog. Left hand comes back down to the mat. Pivot yourself back. Sweep that left leg up, three-legged dog. And release. Walk yourself up top of the mat. Forward fold. Let's take a generous bend in the knees here. Lift up your right foot. Tuck right hand underneath. Lift up left foot. Tuck left hand underneath. Toes reach all the way up to the wrists. And give your toes a little wiggle. And as you wiggle the toes, giving yourself a little hand, wrist massage. And shake out your head. And then we'll pluck the right hand out, pluck the left hand out, hands to the hips, press into feet, lift all the way up. Let's take palms together at the heart. Inhale as you reach the arms up. Exhale as you hinge from the hips, fold in. Let's bring it halfway up to a flat back. Plant your hands down to the mat. Now step yourself back to plank. Lower your knees down to the mat. Lower down, pubic bone, belly, torso, elbows hug in. Lift the heart, baby cobra. And release down, tuck your toes. We'll send the hips up and back, downward dog. Bend your knees, crouch down, send that right leg up for a three-legged dog. Bend that right knee right underneath the chest, core plank, shift it forward. Step that right foot through to the right thumb. Turn and drop that left foot, toes out to the side. Bend both knees, press down into the earth, and then lift up and open into your warrior two. Bending right knee, straightening that left leg. Arms reach wide. Let's take the right forearm to that right thigh. Reach that left arm up over the ear. Side angle. And then bring yourself back up into warrior two. And then left hand to left thigh, right arm up over the ear. You arch yourself over to the left for reverse warrior. And then back up into your warrior two. Let's take hands back down to the mat. Step yourself back to plank. And then we'll drop knees. Lower all the way down. Lift the heart, baby cobra, or a little higher for your full cobra. And then release yourself down. Tuck your toes. Send your hips up and back, downward dog. Other side, let's crouch it down, send left leg up. Bend the left knee, shift it forward, core plank, step that left foot through. Turn, drop that right foot, toes out to the side. Soften the knees. Press down into the earth, lift up and open it into your warrior two. Left knee bends, arms reach wide. Take it into side angle, left forearm to that left thigh, right arm up and over the ear. And then back up, you come into your warrior two. And then over to reverse warrior, right hand to that right thigh, left arm up and over the ear. And then back up, warrior two. Hands to the mat, step yourself back to plank. And now either lower knees, come down to the belly, move through your cobra, or we'll take it into chaturanga, low push-up, and then upward dog. Shift it forward on the balls of the feet, bend the elbows, lower yourself about halfway down. Elbows will stack up over the wrists, then come onto tops of the feet. Keep thighs lifted. Pull the heart forward, upward dog. We will meet back in downward dog. Step or hop it up top of your mat. Fold yourself in, forward fold. Big or little bend in the knees if you need it here. And then we'll bring it halfway up, flat back. Fold yourself in, press into your feet, rise up, palms together overhead, hands back to your heart. You may want a couple of blocks, so grab them, have them handy up at the top of your mat. We will take it into a half moon pose here, and then into a revolved triangle. So you may want to block for either of those. Reach the arms up, fold it in. Halfway up to your flat back. Plant your hands down, step yourself back to plank, and move through your vinyasa. Whatever variation feels right for your body today, or you skip it and just meet us right in downward dog. From downward dog, we'll crouch down, send left leg up, bend that left knee, shift forward, find your core plank, step that left foot through. Maybe you want to block. We'll press into the feet, root down into the right foot, toes out to the side, lift up, open yourself into your warrior two. Let's take it into our side angle, left forearm to that left thigh, right arm up over ear. And then back up into your warrior two. Sink into that front knee. And then reverse warrior, right hand, right thigh, left arm up over ear. And then back up. Warrior two. Now we'll add on our half moon, so we'll take the left hand forward towards top of the mat or towards your block. Weight travels into that left foot. Draw that right knee in towards your chest first, and then send that leg out behind you. Begin to roll that right hip open. Toes pointing out to the side. Right arm reaches up. And you can shift your gaze wherever it feels okay for you. If you like, you could bend that right knee. Finding Shavasana. Pull that foot in towards your bum. Send the foot out towards your hand. And then we'll re-extend that leg back into our half moon. And now we'll take right hand down to the mat. Begin to step that right foot back to the mat. Short stance here. And then we'll fold in over the left leg, coming into a pyramid pose. So again, if you want your blocks, just have them handy, shift them around. Now we'll take the right hand onto a block if you want your block. Left hand, left thumb presses into that left hip crease as you pull that left hip back, begin to spin your heart over towards the left. You can keep that left hand where it is or reach that left arm up towards the ceiling, finding our revolved triangle. We'll take it back into our half moon pose. So shifting the block if you want it. Weight back into that left foot. Bend that left knee. We'll draw right knee in towards the chest. And then re-extend that right leg out. Roll that pelvis open. Right arm reaches up. Again, if you like it, bend that back knee. Reach back for that foot. Open it back into your half moon. Now we'll take it back into our revolved triangle. Right hand comes down to the mat. Right foot steps down to the mat. Left thumb moves into that left hip crease as you spin your heart over to the left, keeping it here or reaching left arm up. And we'll take it back into our half moon. One more time. Weight into that left foot. Right knee draws into the chest and then opens. Right arm reaches up. Heart spins towards the side or up. Gaze where it feels okay for your neck. Keeping that right leg extended, or again, if you like that option for Shavasana, pull that foot in. Send it out into the hand. Find your half moon again. And then one more time, we'll step right foot down to the mat. Right hand comes down to the mat. Maybe use that block or not. We'll take that left thumb into that left hip crease, pivot the heart to the left, open up that left arm. And then left hand comes down to the mat. We'll step it back into our downward dog. Shift it forward into your plank. Find your flow. From your downward dog, crouch yourself down. Let's send that right leg up. Three-legged dog. Bend that knee, shift it forward. Step that right foot through. Turn and drop that left foot. Bend the knees. Root into the earth, lift up and open into your warrior two. Let's find our side angle pose, right forearm to that right thigh, left arm up over the ear. And then bring it back up, warrior two, settling into that right knee. Over into reverse warrior, left hand to that left thigh, right arm up over the ear. Back up into your warrior two. And now we will take it into our half moon pose and then our revolve triangle on this side. So if you want your block, grab it. And we'll take the weight forward into that right foot. Begin to draw that left knee in towards your chest, and then we'll open that leg out. Left hip stacking on top of right, toes pointing straight ahead. Left arm reaches up. Staying here or bend that left knee. Reach back for the foot. Pull it in. Send it out into the hand. Re-extend the leg out into your half moon pose. Then we'll take the left hand down to the mat. Begin to pivot yourself, drop that left foot to the mat. Short stance here. Block under left hand if you like it. Right thumb moves into that right hip crease. Pull that right hip back as you begin to rotate your heart over towards the right. Maybe you reach that right arm up. Right hand comes back down. Find your way back into your half moon pose. Weight into that right foot. Left knee hugs in towards chest. And then you send the leg out. Open up through the pelvis. Left arm reaching up towards ceiling. Holding here in half moon. Or we'll bend that left knee. Draw it in towards the bum again. Press the foot out into your hand behind you. Holding here. Or we release it back into our half moon. And then left hand comes down to the mat. Left foot steps down to the mat. Short stance. Block under left hand. Right thumb into that right hip crease. Spin your heart to the right. Peel the heart open. Maybe you unfurl that right arm. And then right hand comes back down. Let's take it into our half moon. One more time. Soften that right knee. Left knee draws into the chest and then open it out. Find your half moon or bend that back knee. Shavasana. Back into your half moon. And then last time, we'll take left hand down to the mat. Turn, drop left foot down to the mat. Find that short stance. Take the right thumb into that right hip crease. Begin to spin the heart over to the right. Open that right arm or keep it where it is. And then we'll take right hand down to the mat. Step yourself back, downward dog. Shift it forward, find your plank, and find your flow. Back in your downward dog, walk it out, pedal it out. Find some movement, some stillness, whatever calls to you. Release knees down to the mat. Come back to sit on your heels. And then let's take it back into seated. Let's take legs wide. Fingers behind you. Sit up nice and tall. We'll take the left hand, slide it inside that left leg, down towards that left foot. Side, fold over to the left, right arm reaches up over the ear. And then back up through center you come. Let's slide the right hand down the inside of that right leg towards that right foot. Fold yourself over to the right. Left hand sweeps up over the ear. And back through center. A few more times as you take it side to side. And then hands under the thighs, pick up the legs, take soles of the feet together, fingers underneath the shoulders, press down into the fingers, sit up tall. Stay here, or we'll fold it forward again. And then back up you come, same as in the beginning of the practice. We'll drop that left leg over onto the right, top of the left foot resting in right inner arch, fingers around behind you. Shift your heart and your gaze up. And then shift yourself back through center. Drop legs over to the other side, hands behind you. Press into the fingers, lift the heart. And then bring yourself back to center into a comfortable seat. Let's take palms together at the heart. May you feel safe, may you be healthy, may you be happy, may you live with ease, may your heart be open to love, compassion, and may you know joy. Thanks so much for sharing this short, slow flow Vinyasa practice with me today. With love and gratitude, namaste.